In today's episode of Grandma Tales is a story of a young activist. Now, kids, come sit near me. I tell you a story of a young deaf activist girl named Angie, you see.
Once upon a time, in a bustling city in Kenya, there lived a deaf teenager named Angie. Despite the challenges she faced, Angie was a spirited and determined young woman who was not willing to let her disability define her. She had big dreams and an even bigger heart. Every day, Angie would watch people going about their daily routines, their lives unfolding before her eyes. She yearned to be a part of that bustling community, to feel the pulse of the city, to be connected to the world around her. But there was a barrier between her and the rest of the world, a wall of silence that made communication and participation in everyday life a Herculean task. In Kenya, public announcements and emergency alerts were made through spoken word and visual displays, leaving Angie and many others like her excluded and disconnected. It was a stark reminder of her difference, a constant feeling of being on the outside looking in. One day, while attending a youth camp for children with disabilities, Angie met other teenagers who shared similar experiences and challenges. It was a revelation for her, a moment of realization that she was not alone in this struggle. Together, they brainstormed ways to make their voices heard, to break down the barriers of silence that had kept them from participating fully in their community. That's when Angie had a brainwave. She would start a campaign to ensure that public announcements and emergency alerts were also made available in sign language. It was a bold idea, one that had the potential to transform the lives of countless individuals in her community. With newfound determination, Angie took the first step of her campaign. She reached out to organizations that supported the deaf community, seeking their assistance and guidance. Their response was overwhelmingly positive, providing Angie with the support she needed to kickstart her initiative. But it was one thing to have the backing of organizations, and quite another to gain the attention of the city's leadership. Undeterred, Angie and her fellow activists organized a peaceful demonstration in front of the city hall. They stood there with their signs, their voices echoing in the silence, demanding to be seen, demanding to be heard. Their dedication and perseverance paid off when one of the city leaders, a woman named Mama County, took notice of their protest. Moved by their cause, Mama County invited Angie and her friends to have tea with her. Over cups of sweet, steaming chai, Angie and the other activists spoke passionately about their experiences and their campaign, their voices ringing with quiet strength. Mama County listened intently, her gaze unwavering, her expression a mixture of empathy and admiration. When the conversation ended and the teacups were set down, Mama County made a promise. She would help them, she said, her voice firm with resolve. True to her word, Mama County used her influence to champion Angie's cause. She worked tirelessly to make sure that public announcements and emergency alerts were made in sign language, breaking down the barriers of communication that had kept so many people in the dark. And so, thanks to the efforts of a deaf teenager and a compassionate city leader, the city became a more inclusive place. The streets, once filled with silence for many, now echoed with the language of inclusion, ensuring that no one was left behind, that everyone could participate, that everyone could be heard. Angie's story is a testament to the power of youth. It shows that young people, even those facing significant challenges, can be powerful agents of change. With determination, courage, and a big dream, they can break down barriers and create a better world for themselves and for everyone. Her story is an inspiration, a beacon of hope, reminding us all that the most extraordinary journeys often begin with a single, seemingly small step.